Hello, welcome to Yoga Nomad. My name is Karen and this is session 4 of week 1 of our beginners course, and today it's all about floor strengthening poses. Okay, so why is that important? Well, it helps to build our core stability, which is super important as we know. It also helps to improve our pelvic floor health, again really important, particularly as we age. It enhances our balance, which if on session 3 you found that a challenge, then this will help you build your balance capability. And a strong core also helps us to prevent injury. Yep, so if we're strong all around here, usually everything else is pretty stable. Okay, so let's start in our comfortable seat, whichever one works for you. Remember, you can sit on a cushion or a block if that feels good. You can have the legs out in front if you'd rather. It's entirely up to you. Remember, yoga is about you and how you feel. Yeah, not about how you look. Doesn't matter. As long as you're safe and you feel good. So sit up tall, shoulders relaxed, relax the face. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. In and out through the nose. Okay, we're going to find all fours. So coming onto those hands and knees in our tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees are hip distance apart. And let's warm into that spine. So taking our cat-cow flow. So drop the belly, lift up the head, tuck the tailbone up. You should feel it all around here. Yep, take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to make like a cat. You're going to round the back, tuck the chin into the chest and push, push, push the mat away. Inhale, come up. Exhale back. And again, inhale up. And back. Let's do that again. Inhale as you come up. And exhale, take it back. Nice, bringing that spine back to neutral and just take that little shimmy in those hips side to side. Okay, we're going to try our balancing tabletop now. So send out your right arm and your left leg. Find your balance. Now remember from the session last time, whenever we're balancing, find your focus point, your drishti point. Find your breath. Now we're going to crunch these two together. So bring the knee to the elbow and crunch it right in. Find that core activation. Send it out. Bring it in. And out. One more time, crunching it in. And out. Nice, let's do the other side. So set yourself up, make sure everything's in line. Left arm out. Right leg. Find the balance, find your drishti point. Find your breath. And then we're going to find that core. So crunching the arm and leg together, pull that knee in as far as you can and out. Bring it in and out. And again, in and out. Nice. Back to tabletop. Shimmy into those hips. Okay, we're going to take a high plank. So keeping those wrists underneath those shoulders, spreading the fingers wide, and make sure you grip the mat with your fingers, not dump all the weight in the heel of your hands, because we want to try and protect the wrists as much as we can. So grip the mat, step out back, finding that straight line, that plank. So making sure wrists and shoulders are in line. Look at the space between your hands. Don't look at your feet, because if you start to look at your feet, your bottom will shoot up in the air, and we don't want this. We don't want to be moving into down dog. We want to be in a nice straight line. See if you can find that little rounding in your upper back. So push into the ground, rounding those shoulders. We're going to take another couple of deep breaths here. Nice. Okay, lower the knees down to the ground. Now we're going to work into our forearm plank, our low plank. So again, elbows down. Make sure elbows and shoulders are in line. Hands out in front, stepping the legs back. And let's see if we can hold for 6 breaths again here. So nice straight line. Looking at that space between the hands. Don't stick that bottom up. Breathe. Remember, at any point, if you need to drop the knees, it's fine. See if you can bring them back up again though. Last breath. Nice. Now slowly lower that belly down. Untuck those toes. And we're going to find our Sphinx. So this is our Sphinx pose. So again, checking your alignment. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Make sure you're not slumping in the shoulders. Lift up. Yep. So nice long neck. Gaze is forward. That drishti point is straight ahead. Notice how this feels in that lower back. Make sure the tops of your feet are just resting on the ground. And take 3 more deep breaths here. Nice, slowly, slowly, lowering the chest all the way down. And then let's have a little go at Cobra, which is a slightly more advanced back bend than your Sphinx. But go with what you've got, okay? Hands underneath the shoulders. Gently, gently, gently start to push. Now, if you still need the bend in the arms, that's fine. Just go where your back will take you. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, so don't go like this. Lift up, long neck, chest forwards. Take a breath. Nice, and then ever so slowly, we're going to push back and we're going to find a variation of child's pose with the knees together just to reset that lower back. So knees together, sink the bottom back, bring the head down, take the arms behind you, tops of the hands to the floor, and take a couple of breaths here. Nice, okay, slowly coming all the way back up. And then we're going to find a seat on our bottom to find our Dandasana or staff pose, seated pose. So let's make this active. Okay, you're going to sit up nice and tall. And if you can, move the flabby parts of your bottom out of the way so you're actually sitting on those sit bones. Hands by your hips, relax the shoulders. Yeah, don't have the shoulders hunched up again. And then I want you to kind of activate the entire leg. So flex the feet and find activation all the way down these legs. Take a big breath. Make sure that spine is nice and tall. Gaze is forward, chest is forwards. See if you can pull that belly in a little bit. So even though this just looks like we're just sitting here, this is quite an active pose, a lot going on. And if this feels tricky, if this is just feel like it's too much of a challenge, try it seated on a block or maybe with your back against the wall. Just see if that helps, if that feels any better. One more breath. Nice. And then we're going to lie down. So this time we're going to work into the glutes. So we're going to take bridge pose. So bend those knees, reach around, just make sure you can touch the back of those heels. Now it's not essential that you're able to do that. So if when we lift our hips in this pose you feel pain in the knees, just walk your feet out a little bit. Again, there's no perfect way. It's all about you and your body. Okay, so bend the knees, rest the head down, and slowly we're going to start to peel the spine off the ground and lift our hips high. So squeezing into the glutes, into the bum cheeks. Try and keep those legs, those thighs, parallel to each other. So don't let them drop out to the side. Big deep breaths, and you'll start to feel a stretch on the hip flexors and on the front of the thighs. You'll feel it in the glutes as well. Lift higher if you can, really make them work. Strong glutes are so important. And don't forget they're biggest muscles in the body, so they should be super strong. Squeeze. Two more. See if we can get one more. Nice. All right, slowly start to lower the back all the way down to the ground. And then draw the knees into the chest. Pull them right in, give yourself that little hug, and then a little rock from side to side again. Lovely. Okay, happy baby. So this is the next pose. Now, if the hips are still tight, this might be tricky. So I'll show you what it is and then give you some alternatives. So soles of the feet to the sky. If you can, grabbing the outside edges of your feet and drawing the knees down towards the armpits. So your knees are wider than the rib cage. Soles of the feet are facing the ceiling. Now, if this is too much, which if you're just starting out, it probably is. So keep this position with the legs, but grab a hold behind the thighs. Because all we're going to try and do is just draw the knees down. Maybe hold the calves if that feels better. Whatever works for you, but don't force anything. Just finding out what's going on. Now with this one, what is important is that bottom stays on the ground. So don't lift the bottom like this. Keep it down. Take a breath. Knees nice and wide. Nice, hug those knees into the chest again. And then cactus the arms by your head and let the knees fall to the right. Notice how low they're getting. Maybe anchor them down with your right hand. Notice where this left shoulder sits. Is it lifted right off the ground? If it is, just see if you can allow the breath to do its magic and let those deep breaths maybe soften that shoulder a little bit more. But again, don't judge. Take a breath. Okay, let's switch sides, coming all the way through the other side. Anchor the knees down, cactus in this right arm, noticing where everything sits. Nice, coming back to the centre. Taking that stretch out all the way, full body stretch top to toe. Take a big breath in through the nose and let it all go through the mouth. And hands come down by your side, finding that pose of rest. So again, stay here for as long as you need to. Maybe if you've just realised that you need to work on your plank, maybe have another go. Starting in that high plank, hold for 6 breaths, coming into the low variation, hold for 6. It's all about building that strength up and taking your time and doing it safely and enjoying what you're doing. Take a few more deep breaths. Thank you for sharing your practice time with me, and I'll see you next time.